As our nation climbs higher into a third surge of COVID cases, tonight a new CDC report finds it takes less than 15 minutes of close contact to become infected with the virus. Short and non-consecutive exposures to persons confirmed to have COVID-19 led to transmission. The new change in guidance, which comes as more Americans return to crowded venues, means you should still keep at least 6 feet of social distance, wear a mask, and limit exposure to others.
And this increases the importance of what is a high-risk exposure, and were you frankly close to anybody that was positive for COVID-19 for any period of time.
The new guidelines come as new outbreaks or super spreader events are tied to close gatherings. In Minnesota, at least 20 Salvation Army employees contracted the virus during a conference. At church events in North Carolina and in Maine, nearly 100 tested positive after few took precautions.
Some Americans are still spreading the virus because they don't know they're infected. Asymptomatic cases are still contagious to others.
As a tidal wave of infections sweep across the nation, 27 states are seeing an increase in COVID deaths.
He had said goodnight to the kids and he went upstairs, and that was last time I saw him alert and basically alive.
Alice Roberts lost her husband Rob, a 45-year-old New Jersey police officer and father of 3 who had no pre-existing conditions.
I am really tired of pandemic, but you can't let your guard down.
Tonight, her warning so other families don't have to share her pain. Miguel Almaguer, NBC News.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.